industry is in our city.
Well, we had David Plouffe here earlier this week from Uber, as you know, and we asked him about what you raised about traffic congestion. Since you were in Rome, we'll play it for you because I know you didn't get a chance to see it and how you respond.
But they're saying the cities can't handle the traffic, that they can't handle the influx of cars.
Well, the only person saying that is Mayor De Blasio, and it's complete nonsense. If you want to reduce congestion, what you want is less people driving their own personal cars, and that's what we're able to do.
Complete nonsense?
No, of course not. With all due respect to Mr. Plouffe, he always has a very strong financial interest here in the company, and he's speaking with that bias. The reality is that we've seen a huge increase in the number of vehicles in Midtown Manhattan, and Uber is a piece of that. We've got to deal with this congestion problem and the pollution problem that comes with it. And by the way, the same we could say about Uber as any other company. There needs to be valid regulation. I think the mindset at Uber is they should be able to do as they wish, and we don't apply that standard to any company. We say government regulation matters.
So why did you cave?
Well, we haven't. What we've said is here's a limit that they've agreed to for a period of time so we can study for 4 months. At the end of 4 months, we retain all our options. If we decide we need a cap, we'll go in that direction. If we need a different approach, that's fine. But I'm fine with a 4-month period of study, and Uber now has to give us the information we need, which they previously had not given us as part of this understanding.
Have you ever taken an Uber?
That's just what I was thinking.
Because I was surprised. I don't know if you, but like over the weekend, you know, you can get an Uber X, an Uber Taxi, or VIP, or a black car, and then they had De Blasio. Your name was on there, and I hit it, and then it said no cars available. I mean, they lobbied pretty hard against you.
Well, they have a lot of money. Like many big corporations, they think they can get their way through using a lot of money, and we don't accept that concept. That's not what a democracy is about. So, excuse me, that app obviously did not tell the truth. Uber has a huge presence in the city, and nothing we're saying is going to change that core reality. What we've been talking about is how to limit the growth in the future until we can make sense of the policies we need to protect the public's interest. By the way, we would say that about any company. So I think the key is we've got to recognize that no company gets to dictate the terms to the public. That's why we have valid regulations about environment, safety, the kind of revenue the public deserves, so we can keep our streets clean, so we can keep our city safe, et cetera.
But then the concern about you, Mayor, they were saying that, of course, you would be in favor of the taxis because the taxi commission donates money to your campaign.
Well, it's not the taxi commission. There's been some individuals in the past who have, but that's not the point. This is, to me, a question of what's right in the public interest. Again, Uber has grown intensely in this city, and that's great, and they provide a service that a lot of people take advantage of, but there still has to be some balance in this equation. If any company came along and said, just trust us, we're going to take care of the public's interests, I don't think we would accept that on its face, and what we're saying here is we need that balance.